Hello and welcome to Fatplants.net. Today we're going to be going over the data section of the Fatplants.net site and how to navigate through it. The data page's main function is to bring database information to a user in a consolidated manner. There are many different things that you can navigate through, whether that be the Arabidopsis, the Camelina, or the soybean protein species, and if you're looking for some fatty acid chemical data, we have that as well. One of the best functions we have on the data page here is the filter global search. Basically, it acts as a catch-all where you can search and catch all fields. As you can see here, I can type ACYL into the search and then get the results that have ACYL in them, regardless of what column that they're in. So getting into the specific species, the Arabidopsis, there are Uniprot, Ref Sequence, and Tear, which are three different databases with slightly different naming schemes. And there are multiple naming entries here, whether it be for the gene or the protein name. Then there is the gene symbol and the protein entry. If you select the protein entry, you can actually get some really interesting information on the domain function if that is present there for the protein. For this domain function here, we will be selecting Q8W1W6, and that has some information down here, and it talks basically about where the binding region has occurred and where it has occurred in the sequence based on the start and end points, as you can see here. So once we go back, we can swap to the Camelina portion and the Camelina species of the site. While direct evidence for the Camelina gene function is kind of lacking, the function itself can be inferred through the homology of closely related Arabidopsis species, which is what we're using here to show the Camelina itself. In this, we have the Camelina itself, the aerolip pathways, the description, and the homologies, all of that plant. Last of the protein species, we have the soybean. With the soybean, you have some databases such as Uniprot, Ref Sequence, and then with like multiple naming schemes such as gene and proteins, and then the protein entry all in one consolidated page. Finally, we move on to the fatty acid and chemical data page. First thing you see here on this page is that a structure viewer is on the left-hand side that shows the structures of the chemical data for the one that you're going to be looking at. And then we also have some other things for you such as chemical or physical properties such as mass or data notation, multiple names for you to be able to look at, and the SOFA ID. With all these things to consider, you need to remember that once you do select any page, you are able to use the filter global search to search that page or any column that you would like to see the data that you are seeking. So with all of that in mind, that will be the conclusion of the data section of the Fatplants.net site. We hope you have a general better understanding of how to use the data viewer and wish you a great rest of your day.